Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different here. I'm going to be drawing other people's OCs. I got this idea from an artist YouTuber called Flying Pings. You should check them out. The link to their YouTube will be in the description below. So the first OC I have here, their name is actually a secret, but are referred to as Miss Demon by the artist, who was a friend of mine, Wind, and she has a little bit of a description that I'm going to read. She's a mischievous young demon that made a contract out of boredom. She lived for thousands of years and remembers fragments of her past, but somehow they don't fit together. She's a walking confusion with twin tails, basically. Now, I've been wanting to actually draw this character for a little while now, but I didn't know how to go about doing about it because I didn't want to mess it up, and I feel like I did, but I get sort of like a little bit of an anxiety drawing other people's characters because it's like, what if they don't like the final product? And luckily it wasn't the case with this, but with my art, I always see artists themselves see the flaws in their art that others probably aren't going to see. And I saw a lot wrong with this drawing. I struggled so hard to find a pose because I wasn't sure if I wanted to draw how the reference photo was or if I wanted to try doing something else. I started with her hands down first and then tried putting them up like in the reference photo, and then I just went with peace signs, which will bet look nice actually. And this character has a bit of a different body shape than I'm used to drawing, so that was really hard for me. Like, I draw rather curvy body shapes, but I guess it did come out okay. And what's being shown now is me sketching the outfit, and I had trouble with that as well. And it's funny, I'm not very good with skirts, but I've been trying to draw skirts more. And this symbol that's on her, like a shirt, I don't know, I don't know, I just kind of traced it and then worked from there. And I'm really used to also drawing like thicker legs, and I had a hard time getting them to a decent size compared to the reference. And the pigtails, I'm not used to drawing that either. In the sketch it looks really, really messy. The first sketch, I didn't like the first sketch. But I do think I go back and I do a second sketch. Yeah, do a second sketch, and that one comes out a lot better. I usually do at least 2 sketch layers because then I can actually define where I want everything to be, and it's not as messy and it's clear, and I can do the line art and see what I want. I mean, the second sketch layer is still kind of messy. Like, I feel like right now at this point her shoulders look kind of weird, and I don't like that. I have a thing for like small, kind of like width-wise shoulders, and these kind of didn't fit what I wanted to see. But it does turn out pretty good in the end, I have to admit. And trying to do the ponytails. Now I'm doing the line art, and I struggle with the pen pressure a lot because I just recently figured out how to use pen pressure. This is kind of a little bit embarrassing because I didn't understand, like, I knew pen pressure and like line pressure was a thing, but I didn't know how to mess with the brushes enough to get it correct. And I really don't like how I drew that skirt. And those boots could have probably turned out better, but when it all comes together, I liked it a lot. And again, with those pigtails I tried, I don't really like how they came out. I think I redo them, like, maybe. I think I put them a little bit higher up on her head, or probably not, I don't remember. This is recorded like at the beginning of January, and I'm posting like towards the end of January because I can't get my stuff together. And then I go in and I highlight everything, and then I put a color over it, so when I color it I can see whether I've missed spots or not. This is something recently I've been doing, and it gets the coloring and the shading done faster because then you don't have to erase what's outside the lines. You only have to erase what goes over, like the hair goes onto the skin. I have to erase that, and it's not a big deal. But when you color and it goes outside the line, like I like to use sometimes like a big brush and just plop the color right on there. With it being encased in the dotted lines, I forget what it's called right off the top of my head. Selected. When it's selected like that, it's a lot easier to color and shade for me. I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to do that for the longest time. Then I realized if you selected outside of the drawing and you had all the lines connected, you could invert the selection and it would select everything. Then I could put the color over it. And now I'm doing the shading. The shading looks really nice with the white paleness of her skin and her hair, because I use a purple and then I turn down the opacity of the layer. And on the blacks it doesn't look too great, but came out pretty. Once it's all colored and everything, I like how it looks. So next we have an OC by Peachy&T, and their OC is called Luna or Ilu, and their description for them is she is in her early 20s and she really likes, I don't know if I can say that word here on YouTube, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna say she really likes art. Loves witchcraft and plants, tattooed her own tats, and it's pretty much all I have for that. But I had really fun doing this character because I don't usually do darker skinned characters. My characters I usually draw really pale, like even when I draw, like I'll draw CL and he'll be really, really pale. I don't know why. I do have a dark skinned character, but I've never drawn her. And this was fun because I got to see how it would look in my style, and I really like it, and I should probably have draw more dark skinned characters. And I really, really love the hair on this character, like the buns, and then it comes down. She has such long hair that I didn't know how to do it. But I end up figuring it out. I think on the second sketch layer it gets a bit better. And I love doing the lips. I love like drawing plump lips, even though I don't draw it a lot. And that tattoo, I had no idea what I was doing. And I just kind of like drew how I would draw a flower. I'm not even sure if that's what it looked like on the reference sheet, but and I noticed this one I lined in, am I lining it in purple? I think, yeah, I lined it because it matched the palette pretty well. So I lined it in purple, and I really like how this one came out. It was pretty nice. Those buttons, they look so weird. And the hair, it doesn't look right without the color. Like, I'll line something and then it doesn't look right until I've colored and shaded it. And I have shared this with them, and they said they loved how I got the colors exactly right, and that's because I color picked it from the picture itself, because I was going to try to do it by myself, but I'm like, I should probably get the exact color. And this one was faster for me, so the speed paint's a little faster. I liked shading this hair, even though my shading is really, really messy. I really like the hair a lot. I draw a lot of short-haired characters, so this was fun. And this one's just about done too, and should be getting added something. My backgrounds are not the best, I have to admit. And here are the final drawings. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Links to the artists and the drawings will be in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed this drawcast. See you next time. Bye.